Alright guys, hello, welcome, Sasius here, and yeah, again, welcome to Tactical Tuesdays. Yeah, it's a pretty good Tuesday. It's a bit chilly, especially for Rio. I do live in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Just a heads up guys, stream quality might not be great in terms of the stream. The recording quality should be epic, but yes, we're gonna really get into it. Americans just getting out of here. If you already don't know the map, it's going to be Core AAAS version 1. That's what it's going to be. And the teams receiving Zulu X-Ray Delta on the American side, REDBEARS, and I believe Squad Beans. Valkyrie was supposed to play, but it looks like unable to show. And they're versing the good old Russian forces. Rusty in places, the one organism guys, especially tactically, quite epic indeed. But yeah, it should be very interesting. What are we going to have a look at? We're going to have a look at the map. Kora Valley AAAS version 1. American forces already heading out of the American main on J6 keypad 2. Next stop for them is the good old gas station first stop. Then the hemp farm over on the Hilo 6 area. Once we get to the hemp farm with the American forces, it's going to split map, and they can either go for the radio station and Orchid for the capture, and for the vice versa for the Russian main over on the Bravo 9 keypad 3 region. First for them is the Monolith, then the Southwest Nursery, and then they can go for the good old Orchard. Good old Tactical Tuesdays, and that's me in the background. Good work. But yes, it's split map. We could see split maps. And guys, 9.4 just dropped as well, which is good indeed. What does that bring us? That brings us mortars, IEDs, mines, the good old MRAP, I believe it's called. Yes, only Humvees in for the Americans on this one. But yes, we do have, I believe, some mortars as well. But now it's the case of where to go and what are the clans doing. Let's set up the stream itself, just see what the clan leaders are saying. And here we go.
Yeah, my guys totally just made me set up at the wrong river. We're moving now.
Alright, so it's always slow and steady wins the race. But we are going to see the Americans are having no one on the gas station as of now. Already some guys over on the hemp farm, and we do have just a radio station up towards the north, heading along the river, and towards the south side as well. Alright, I think this Hummer is in a more or less good position. They do have a Rusty in Places guy just across the river up towards their sort of northwestern region, west region. And just over on...
Time to go. It's moving for gas.
The market area. Very nice. Fire there from the 30 mil.
I have a 30 cal saying hello to me. I think it's approximately from here.
Nice distance shooting there from Rusty in Places. Use the walls along the map itself.
From radio station. What's the right now?
We'll be getting into the action very shortly. It looks like the Crow just coming out of contact with up in the orchard there. A couple of spotted Russians already on that position up towards the sort of hemp farm regions. Very hard to see the names. But we do have good old REDBEARS up towards the northern region. We're going to have Zulu X-Ray Delta on the river. Just make sure no one's heading up towards the north side of the radio station. REDBEARS up in the center
BTR
area.
And enemies on Foxtrot 9, keep it 7.
And we do have Squad Beans just down towards the south as well.
Taking heavy contact at river. Got some guys pushing down to radio already, they pushed through. We lost the striker. We have no one on him. 30 mil.
Strike already down for the American forces.
Boy, fast there.
Yeah, it's on the way.
Even good old Crow here is under possibility of being wrecked by that 30 mil all the way over on the western region. Red Bears now approaching the radio station up towards the northern side of that radio station there. We do have the good old marketplace up towards the northeastern side, which is just over in that direction there. We do have Zulu X-Ray Delta just up on that bridge. We are going to get a bit of a mixture of Red Bears, Zulu X-Ray Delta now sort of approaching. Nice little local talk here from Zulu X-Ray Delta. Rusty in Places squad up on the western side. And just on the south side there, looks like these squad beans under a bit of contact, about a 4-person squad. Maybe even 5-person just down towards there. I think we're just going to be fixated on this radio station for now, just to see how it goes. A couple of the Zulu X-Ray Delta guys just in the fields out towards the eastern side of the radio station. We are looking around at this side here. We have the main Red Bear squad up towards the high north area on the Orchid.
Capping amp. Maybe grade 4 on H8.
Wow, nice GL there. Beautiful GL, just taking down almost all of those Zulu X-Ray Delta. Likely enough, a medic up. He's going to start patching his guy up. He's going to get up that medic first. Fundamental rule of squad. The medic's down, get the other medic up. Up towards the northern side of the radio station. We still have in that marketplace, Rusty in Places, still holding it tight. A couple of guys that were even within the radio tower itself. We are going to see, looks like Rusty in Places now heading up the south side. Squad being still located on that south side there. They're more or less now taken out. Around about 80 or so of their set of those guys are down. 2 guys still left. Rusty in Places, 2 guys still there. Dildo McBaggins and another still alive. The squad beans are just going to be all the way over on that sort of southern side there, using the edge of the map. Already coming under fire. Nice new little thing for the admin guys. It's having that little red.
Oh, be careful, man. We're just getting hammered from the south and from the west. Cop.
Rusty in Places just have it really nice now.
Push back to Ham Farm and defend it, since we don't have any cap.
Bit of close quarter combat there. I'm not sure if Jeff saw him, even Lee. Lee's going to get the first eyes on that, with Jeff, I believe, just bandaging there. Zulu X-Ray Delta still more or less alive, but they are in a heavily open space. We are looking around about this area here, that Gulf 7 Keypad 2 region.
Okay, we will try to move out to the radio station.
Squad Beans now on that sort of south side, and also just over here with Kalbar just in the top, bottom left-hand corner just stating. He's going to now start to move into the radio station. Squad 1 maybe thinking about sort of moving up towards that northern region. Let's head over towards Red Bears. Red Bears doing a heavy flank up towards the north. This crow's still alive from the start of the match. Let's head up towards this sort of northern region now. See how Red Bears are doing in terms of the sort of caps at the moment. The Americans capturing gas station and hemp farm. Other than that, the Russian forces have the monolith, the southwest nursery, orchard, and radio station in their possession. And a lot of the Americans now sort of located down towards the east to southeast region. With Squad 1 now pushing back to hemp, of course. That being the sort of the defense location. Red Bears now just where we are located. Looks like a couple of emplacements as well by Rusty in Places up on this orchard area. I haven't had the chance to stream Red Bears before. It's been a while since I've got in the hot seat, just due to certain things. That's a big explosion. That's a bit of that's mortars. They're over in the distance. There's the drop. There's one.
Can we get
very nice there with the new 9.4 sort of mortars. See how they sort of play out now. Red Bears up towards this orchard area. Let's see how many they got. They got around about sort of 3 around this sort of area, and even squad 3, the main squad leader 4. Red Bears going to head out towards the northwest region or the west region. Let's try and get in behind this fortification here from Rusty in Places. We'll see what becomes of that. More or less, they're going to be placing possible fob out there. Any speculations can sort of tell. And the only thing is they have to get a lodge up there ASAP to sort of get that going. Let's head on over towards... back down towards the radio station. The main action happening around the radio station region. Let's have a look over towards Hemp Farm. No red dots anywhere there, being the Russian forces. Rusty in Places. That's pretty much secured by the American forces. Squad 1 there, I believe, is Zulu X-Ray Delta. They're going to stay on that sort of D flag for the American forces. And out towards the radio station.
To Hemp Farm to resupply it.
We do have Squad Beans and... actually, predominantly Squad Beans now going in for the attack within the radio station area. Rusty in Places still have some spotted guys on the marketplace here, just towards the northern region. They still have that devastating 30 mil all the way over there. Oh, beautiful GL. Wow. Okay. Holy shit.
Maybe they should set up some RT already.
We have heavy contacts inside the radio.
Yeah, that's it. Rusty in Places now going to start pushing out of that radio station. Crow has to be very, very careful, especially with Zulu X-Ray Delta sort of under the helm of this Crow. If that 30mm whatsoever gets a sniff of it, goodbye, Crow.
Scully, we need a little bit more support on radio station.
It will be goodbye, Crow. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah, Ferris, can you move down?
We can try and push down, yeah, we can try and push down. We're getting fucked though. We're getting pushed.
Yeah, Rusty in Places predominantly just controlling the southern region. We did see just previously quite a lot of Americans up in this this area around sort of the Gulf 8 region. Now there's really nothing left. Squad 3 now sort of going to start pushing in on their Orchard western region.
The Crow back to you. It's not safe here. We're going to disembark it.
Kind of nearest squad to the radio station up towards the northeastern area.
And, putting our mortars on Hemp Farm.
Alright, he's coming now. He's going to hand you over the
Zulu X-Ray Delta just below us now.
Push radio.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we may have...
How's Orchard looking? Is it easier to take Orchard than radio?
It's hard to tell. I don't know what you guys have on the radio.
Alright, so that's going to be the Red Bears just up on this northern side, up towards the Orchard side now. They're coming in contact with the Rusty in Places crew here, fortifications, and a hab. So it's going to be a bit of an uphill battle to get this from Rusty in Places. We'll see how sort of Red Bears doing. Red Bears only having that sort of one squad up here. The rest of the squad's heading down towards that sort of radio station region. But it was stated before that possibility of mortars being located or being put down on the hemp farm. Hopefully that will help suppress that sort of marketplace and also that radio station as well. Saint is getting rusty. Thank you very much, Bolly. Thank you so much, Bolly.
What do you guys need from my support team?
If I joined Rusty in Places, maybe I would get rusty, but...
Nothing on defense right now. I'm getting a logi here. I'm gonna do mortars and defend Hemp Farm.
Alright, we're just gonna push back down here.
If you can't get either flag, I think you should combine your efforts on one flag. The important thing is that we get at least one.
Also, Rusty in Places stating they want it to be Russians first. It's really working for them. Let's have a look at the tickets, guys. 393 tickets for the American forces. 480 tickets for the Russian ground forces. Russian forces not losing any vehicles whatsoever. They only got 20 tickets. I think that's mainly just casualties. What have we got? Yeah, 21. Yeah, right about that. Just casualties by itself. That adds up. And the American forces, they lost the striker at the beginning. I don't think they lost the crow. The American forces are indeed behind. And that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about with those mortars. Just on the right or left ear. Especially being admin camp. You can really hear it. Looks like the maybe Russians now bombarding that compound that we previously saw Zulu X-Ray Delta in. They've now actually pushed down. A couple of the guys down here. We got squad 2 just located here. But as you can see, boom, boom, boom. Everybody say wayo. I'll be checking just momentarily just to see if that is the Americans and their bit of fire support here. But Americans just have too many open fields around this sort of southern side. Nice little mortar there taking down Baby Jesus. Another mortar taken down. What's your name? Reaper. Beautiful stuff here.
To Orchard. Moving on the southern side.
Glorious, glorious indeed. I would assume that this would be the Americans in there.
Enemy pushing this compound on G.
Yeah, we do have our mortar placement on Hemp Farm. Getting loud.
We've got blind north of radio.
Really, really, really nice bombardment there. That squad 2 just located up in those fields.
Right, we should with our efforts, radio Orchard, because we can spawn in Hemp and run to Orchard.
You can move to Orchard if radio is lost.
We can't
Trying
take
to take Orchard.
Oh, nice little takedown there. Beautiful, medic.
Those who at G6, they should move towards Orchard now.
Yeah, I'm going to be heading up towards...
Yeah, they're moving.
Heading up towards Orchard now. I do see a lot of red. A lot of death.
Are the mortar hitting the fob? South?
Rusty in Places here, kind of getting pushed back over towards the radio station region. We are seeing the Americans now sort of gain ground off that sort of eastern side, but again, it's no man's land. Really crossing those open fields. All it takes is a couple of guys on tops of roofs. Let's head on over towards the Orchard now, just to see how it is. It's just spotted red.
Please hold fire on
Americans down, Russians down, but Russians do have the hab just located on this Orchard, just up on the Echo 7 keypad 9 region. So with that, they can just constantly keep respawning. REDBEARS stating before, get your guys on Orchard if you can, or hit it now. Distant bombardments.
Hey, on all squads, where's the logic going on gas station? It's moving for the mortars at Hemp Farm. Copy that, thank you.
Just sort of having a look at those mortar dropping really in the middle of nowhere, but it's just all about making sure you're safe. You don't want to put that south side,
to defense Hemp Farm and to attack radio.
especially that south sort of region. We do have the Russians using a couple of mortars, I believe, over on this way here, 30mm here. So they're making sure there's no flanking happening.
Basically, yes, it's always easier to take
it's not possible to take Orchard,
We are going to see Americans more or less now breaching that sort of eastern side, but they are coming into close quarter combat. Nice little GL there, taking a couple of the Americans down. In terms of the action to see, it's really Orchard. It's really Orchard and radio station at the moment. Squad beans are now taken down. Rusty in place is pushing out. They've got no one within the radio station itself. Rusty in place is still dominating that sort of radio station area. They're even pushing out as far east as they can. It looks like a couple of hits taken there from one of the squad leads of Rusty in places. Quite a number of the American soldiers now down at the moment. We are going to see a transport truck, or is it going to be a striker? I think it's going to be the beautiful striker, which is coming under contact now. Oh no! By the 30mm, a couple of bullets penetrating there. That striker has to get out of there. Get out, kind friend. Which he just barely does. REDBEARS coming into contact with that devastating, pounding 30mm all the way over on that sort of southern side.
Is it possible?
Devastating position. And I think that's going to be a bon voyage to that striker. Another striker down for the American forces. 301 tickets for the American forces now. 443. Russians dominating, as we sort of say.
Okay.
Already earlier on, we're only in around about, what, 20, coming up to sort of 20 minutes? So 2 strikers lost for the American forces here. REDBEARS, Zulu X-Ray Delta, and the good old squad beans up against Rusty and places.
We're getting hit with mortars here. Alright. 30 mil way south.
So REDBEARS unsure sort of what to do now. What they're going to do is they're going to start smoking it up. That 30mm hasn't pinned down, and I think we have the mortars all the way over on that sort of southwestern region.
First. We're 2 squads ready to push.
2 mortars sort of set up there for the Russian forces. They're going to start ranging it. While the Rusty in places now, they're going to start really pushing out of the radio station now towards the sort of eastern side. They're getting in the river areas. Squad beans coming under contact with them down towards the even southern region there. A couple of REDBEARS, even the split squad of REDBEARS, starting to get under contact there with Rusty in places. Very, very lucky there from Muzzro, but now he goes down.
REDBEARS, you ready to push on Orchard?
Enemies pushing close to the backup for radio station, so watch out.
Squad beans still holding out towards this sort of eastern area, but they do have out towards their sort of southwestern. So around about squad beans there, around about the southwestern region, also down towards the sort of southeast of their location here. We do have, in terms of the FOB sort of location for the American forces, 1 FOB, and have located on the eastern side, Hilo 8, keypad 7, and also up on Hemp Farm, also with a couple of pits of mortars up there. Looks like the REDBEARS that we saw previously with the striker going down and blowing up. We have squad 2 being Zulu X-Ray Delta going in for Orchid.
No, continue pressing radio.
Alright.
There's still a lot of pressure they want on radio. They don't want all forces to head up sort of that Orchard area. Of course, if there was more forces on Orchard, they'd probably end up capping it. But it's a case of, you know, pushing out towards that east. You have to dig down that FOB, that HAB. If you lose the southern side, then you're really giving the Americans a hemp farm to the south and gas station as well. So yeah, we'll soon see sort of what happens and how it sort of plays out. The Americans in a tight position because 277 tickets up against 436 tickets. That's not going so great, and it's not going so well for the American forces, especially around about 20-25 minutes or so into the game. Nice close quarter combat here. A little tactic that I've seen a couple of guys do is, yeah, start leaning when you're going through here, because then you can't see. Very interesting. I love the way that how clans or just players in general think about the game. What advantage can I get above someone if I'm going through fields? Well, if I just lean to the right or left, it's definitely going to help me. Nice little takedown there. Down goes Fever. Let's head up towards the orchard. We'll go slow and steady, sort of wins the race here. Zulu X-Ray Delta coming under... Right. Yeah, so there's some heavy resistance because the Russians still have that sort of, that hab located on the orchard region. And now towards my right ear. I think over on Hemp Farm. Let's have a look.
Sending mortars to radio.
Yeah, so there's the mortar pit just on Hemp Farm there. They're going to start sending some mortars over towards radio station.
Are they hitting radio or not? Any confirmation? We tried, but we
yeah,
through. We have enemies on the northern fields and in the southern fields too. They have completely defended from all sides. Yeah, but is the mortar hitting radio? I'm shooting mortar at it.
Yeah, so those mortars hitting just
I'm down right now.
further west than what they should. A little bit of adjustments there. They're going to be hitting around that sort of Foxtrot 8 keypad sort of 3 region in those fields. Of course, a bit of an adjustment may get it, but probably more of an adjustment out towards the sort of eastern side. That's where a lot of the Rusty in places are sort of headed to. Coming up into the face of the American forces and stopping them from getting anywhere in the vicinity of the radio station. Even towards the south, they've taken down a couple of guys. I was going to head up to the orchard, but I'm probably going to stick down towards here. It's a bit of a hit and miss up towards that orchard area. The Rusty in Places guys having a hab located in that region. It allows for that sort of happen and get down. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. That's what happens there. Nice little, I would assume, that was a grenade taking down a couple of the Squad Beans guys too there. One's bandaging himself up. Nice little push here from Rusty in Places. Once they're in the momentum, Rusty in Places, as stated kind of earlier,
where we're hitting with the mod
is they are to tactically efficient clan, but when you get sort of close range, they can sometimes not be so great compared to sort of other clans out there. I'm not going to really name any names. I have to really sort of remain impartial itself, but tactically speaking, the Russians are dominating this map, having that hab on Orchid, stopping there, and also just pushing out of radio station and getting in the faces of the Americans. It's really just making them a bit off-steady and off-footed. Again, with such a large map being Core AAS version 1, it's hard to say, okay, where do you go? 2 battlefronts at the moment are radio station and orchard area. It's sort of splitting between the two, just to see what's the best. Yeah, but up on that sort of northern side, a lot of red. It's going to be Americans down as well as Russians down there. A bit of a stalemate there for the Russians and American forces up on that region. I think Zulu X-Ray Delta Squad 2. Now we're going to see...
You have enemy in front of you. Okay.
We're going to see Red Bears now start pushing in. Planet Gong just over the river. Gets taken down, Red Bears. Nice little push there. We've got Strick still alive there for Red Bears. He's just bled out. That's 3 Red Bears down. 30mm, devastating the whole game. You'd love to see what the KD ratio on that is. Let's have a check. I can't read the names itself. Let's have a look at the KDs. 87 kills for the American forces, 127 deaths. We're looking at 124 kills and 91 deaths for the Russian forces. Rusty in Places here. When playing that sort of split map. So let's have a look.
Another strike at base.
So in terms of the fob location for the American force, we probably are going to see now REDBEARS very, very smart here from REDBEARS out towards that sort of southwest region. Going to hit Orchard. Squad 2 now more or less down. I don't see any movement there. Let's head up towards that Orchard region. Let's see how that assault goes for the REDBEARS. I believe REDBEARS Russian clan. Let's head on over. And just unable to activate that fob up on the Delta 6 keypad 3 region. Here comes the mortars. Holy shit! REDBEARS now going to start pushing in. They're getting close. That's good. That's a good sign. There's still Rusty in place. He's still alive. I think Geordie. Gets him behind. Now it's Bernie. Bernie there from Rusty in Places. Another REDBEARS herd. Wow, nice work here from defenders of Rusty in Places here. Taken already down sort of 3 REDBEARS. 1 still alive. He's going to have to push in. Nice little takedown there. He's got a couple more Rusty in Places out towards here. We've got A. Yarl and a couple others. Chewy, Dominator. Nice little takedown there. That's going to take the rest of the REDBEARS out. We've only got Evil Log left alive. He's going to be in the riverside. And the rest of, I think the squad leader of the REDBEARS is going to be up. Yes, they're going to now start placing a hab up on Delta 6. Keypad 3. That's very nice, and it looks like the northern side of radio station.
Can we get some firing rounds on radio station? Do you want water on radio station? Yeah.
So I think squad 2 now sort of coming in from that.
1 round marking the southern compound.
Coming in from that eastern area, but that 30mm. Oh, MVP of the game, that 30mm all the way down to that southern side for the Russian forces. Give that guy a cookie. Yeah, having a look over on this radio station region, American forces. We had squad beans here in a large force, but actually looking, there's a couple of them down. Still 2 left alive.
Squad running through.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful use from both sides. I would compliment in terms of the mortar sort of action. Holy crap!
Trying to get mortar on the southwest side of the radio south.
Fuck me dead, or fuck me sideways. Holy shit!
Squad 1, Squad 2, what's the situation, Archer? Can you?
I'm deaf.
Get it?
I'm deaf.
There you go, completely defended.
I got shell shock.
We can't
oh
break
no!
on squad.
No, that's beautiful there. I think both sides, as I was going to say, complimenting both sides in terms of their use of sort of assets. It's Russians, bravo on your 30mm. Devastating in that sort of that region.
We're slowly capping Orchard right now.
And even in terms of their sort of mortar placement, I think it's going to be around about, let's say, it's kind of around about this region here, if I'm not mistaken, is where the Russian mortar placement is. And it's just all about giving that sort of fire support. If you can range it properly, you don't have to kill. You just have to create that sort of...
marked on Orchard.
Create a bit of fear. Just let him low. Let him go low, and then your guys sort of push in. Hab located here for the Russian forces, or it could be... Let's have a look. It's going to be a Russian forces hab, just located on this Gulf 8 Keypad 7 region. Americans trying to breach there, being squad beans, but unfortunate.
I'm sending a mortar on that 30mm. F9, keep a 9.
Alright, set up. So it looks like there's gonna be... Whoa! What was that? 30 mil on fire. Again, just underestimating the distance there. Let's go check out this 30 mil. It was advised that they're going to put a couple of bit of mortar fire in here. I'm not too sure what's happened. That 30 mil are taking a bit of damage there. Of course, our drivers will have to be careful. 2 repair stations there. Very, very smart. That's going to allow for that to be...
Hammer the half orchard. It's in the western side.
It's going to allow that for it to be repaired ASAP. I think the main focus now for the Americans is over on the orchard area. So let's head over there just to see how it's going. Having a look at the scores, 171 tickets, 171 tickets for the American forces. Here's Red Bears, Squad Beans, Zulu X-Ray Delta up against the Rusty and Places. Russian ground forces, 370 tickets.
Can you see the 30 mil BDR in F9? We're trying to hit it with mortars.
So up towards the northern region, we have our Red Bears here, very, very close. Zulu X-Ray Delta and mixture of Red Bears.
I can tell you, that's too... No. You must... A little bit more. Then back further away, in front of the radio station.
Yeah, fire T or fire support there from the American forces.
2 or 10 clicks plus. Alright.
So American forces up towards this northern region, still alive. They're going to start peppering that compound as much as possible. Nice little mortar located there, taken down. Giving a bit of shrapnel to a couple of these Red Bears. So we're going to get a bit of a mass spawn here from Rusty and Places. Russian BTR now located around this region as well. Some undeniably good defense here from Rusty and Places and Orchard, constantly just repelling the Americans. East side of the Orchard, fully covered by that 30mm down towards the south region. And now, of course, with the hab located on this area as well, constant reinforcements and resupply.
BTR chose northern part.
Nice little grenade there. GL takes down 2 Rusty in Places. Bombardment here of mortars. I don't believe that's going to be the Americans. I think that's going to be the Russians. Russian mortars just located down to the south there.
Enemies on me. Score 5.
BTR on fire as well.
BTR
towards
is
that
hit
north.
twice in E6. It needs another hit, it's almost down.
BTR smoking up on that northwestern side of Orchard. Again.
I'm hitting radio station now with a little bit of mortar.
Let's just attack radio station now.
We even have the Humvee down for a Humvee, so it's going to be a BTR for a Hummer.
Are we getting Orchard?
Heavy assistance. We might.
What have we got?
We're
122
hitting radio
tickets.
station right now.
122 tickets.
On Orchard. Can you keep it or did you keep it?
30mm back up, back in operation. 30 miller back in operation, getting that eastern side. We're going to start now seeing the American Zulu X-ray Delta start hitting from the east. Previously not be able to push out because that 30 millimeter. Maybe a little bit of breathing space here. They're going to start to get outside the eastern side compound, just out towards their western region. They do have the HAB. Nice little underarm through there from the grenade. Probably won't do much. 30 millimeter now ranging. Smoke starting to disperse. We're going to head down towards radio station very, very shortly. Zulu X-ray Delta now pushing in from the east to the western side. We are seeing some mass reinforcements now from Rusty in places coming on in from that HAB. BTR now down up towards that northwestern region. Going to take it down to 325 tickets for the Russian forces, 106 for the American forces. Only round 1 of Tactical Tuesday. Corridor version 1. Russian forces now defending the Orchard region. Only a couple of Zulu X-ray Deltians still alive.
Alright, sorry for surround. Data glitch. Hemp is good, hemp is good. Enemy's close to the farm on radio station.
Michael going down there. Nice little repelling here from Rusty in places. NVPs all around for him. Let's have a look over towards the radio station just to see how that's doing. We haven't been down there for quite some time. Let's have a look at the map. Squads 1, 3, 2 up towards Orchard area. A lot of these guys are more or less down. We are going to see Zulu X-ray Delta now start to push in towards the compound itself. Squad 6-4, Red Bears, and Squad Beans here. Even Squad 5 down here with Squad Beans. Located down towards the southern region, northeastern region of radio station. Nearest spawn point for them is over on the Kilo 8, keypad 7. But in terms of the control of the marketplace and radio station itself, Rusty in places it is. Nice! Beautiful! Aspen copping it to the face. Nice little mortar placement there. I'm sure she did not expect that whatsoever. And spotted Americans out towards the eastern side here. We're going to see Red Bears now more or less starting to push in. How many minutes have we gone? We're coming up to 40 minutes. 43 minutes. So 43 minutes of play. We are seeing Russian forces. I'm going to call it. I never do it. Russian forces will take out this round. If Americans do come back and with a miracle. Nice little mortar placements here. Actually caused that
clear on Orchard,
medic did get up. Aspen went back down.
Squad 5, do you have a fob on you? Squad 5, do you have a fob there? I'll hit it with mortar in that case.
Beautiful little sniper there, but he's been taken out by Baby James out towards that sort of southwest region, I think it is.
Hear me? Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright. We are going to get a bit stale, but it's head up towards the Orchard area, down towards the radio station region.
Do you have a
it is
on your
stale,
position?
very, very stale. We're going to have our Squad the Beans out towards the northeastern side.
All
Let's
right.
head on up towards
I'll
Orchard.
take a few mortars. Yeah, I hear it. A little bit further.
So out towards the Orchard area. It's going to be the western side now starting to get in with the American forces. I think they've taken out the HAB. Yes, they have. They've dug it down halfway or full. They've dug it down full. And now in control of the Orchard compounds. But the cap will now start. Let's have a look. Blinky, blinky. So we are going to start seeing that.
Orchard neutralized.
Neutralization there from the American forces. Neutralizing the ye old good old Orchard.
Mortar crew, hold fire, hold fire.
Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna see Russians
I'm
now.
FOB location. Mortar location. Yeah, he's holding fire now.
Russians now gonna start zoning it in with the good old Mortars located down in that southern region. They're heading out towards the western side. Once they start ranging that, maybe they can push it a bit more east. There's that 30. You little bastard. That 30 now takes down the Crow. Beautiful firing position here by Rusty in places. 30 millimeter dominating still down on that south region. There is one little lonely guy there as well. Shoshin almost taking a mortar straight to the back of the head, but survives that. I think we're just going to get a bit of salt and pepper action here from Rusty in places, peppering this field, or basically the orchard itself. We're going to see Squad 2 Zulu X-Ray Delta start to head down to the south. I think they're either possibly going to hit radio station from the western side maybe, or they're just going to get set up in the midst of the nursery region. I think we're going to see Squad Beans now starting to head into the eastern side of radio. Some nice little placements there. Looks like Dordija, or Door, let's call you Door there from Zulu X-Ray Delta, taking a couple of shrapnel. He's going to start bandaging up. And there goes Shoshin. Shoshin now down. Americans now capturing the orchard area.
There's enemies close to him from now.
And we'll head over to radio just momentarily. We have Squad 2 just below us now, Zulu X-Ray Delta, heading down towards the south. They're heading for the nursery region. What my eye is caught on...
Are we capturing radio station?
Is this little bugger here.
No.
Okay.
We're about to push radio from the west. I'm bringing my squad down through the river.
Yeah, Squad 1 ZXD will stay on Orchard to defend it.
Yeah, that's going to be Squad Beans Hexar.
Yeah,
I think what he's planning to do, if he's smart...
Squad 1, Mortar Squad, are you able to fire?
Exactly what he's going to do. Fire on my location.
There's enemies at him, so no.
And it looks like... Wow, okay. Holy shit, that would have been fantastic. That's what he's done, is Squad Beans Hexar has got in behind the 30mm so he can tell his mortars to range it properly. The only problem is now is the enemies are on hemp, or they're experiencing some enemies on hemp. So they are on hemp, no more support. So very lucky. Pure luck there for the Rusty in places Russian forces. 48 tickets remaining for the American forces now. We do have Russian ground forces, 233 tickets. Really, I do think the Russians will take out this round, but now all the Americans to do is just dwindle those tickets down, so when it actually comes to next round, round 2, then it'll be sort of a closer game, or a bit more of a leeway for them. So even if the Rusty in places win round 1 and they win by, say, 150 tickets, well then, we just have the Americans that will go Russians, and then they have to, of course, beat that. So as long as they're not losing by a significant amount of tickets, it's not really that sort of uphill battle. But yeah, let's see sort of what happens in that sort of round 2. We still got more or less 35 tickets left for the American forces. In terms of the flag, we do have the Russian forces still holding the monoliths, the southwest nursery, losing the orchard moments ago, around about, give or take, 5 minutes ago. Radio station still heavily controlled by Rusty in places, heading out towards the eastern side, and also have located in the market area.
Keep it.
We lost fob at hemp.
And it looks like that fob over on hemp is now down, and that sort of fire support on hemp is now down, and 2 guys just over on that location there. So no more fire support for the American forces.
Now.
You better hurry up and
So they
Try
really...
and do that 30mm with the launcher as well. Try and get the tickets.
They really need to start coordinating, as long as they keep a couple of guys up on Orchard, just to hold that off from any Russians thinking about hitting it from the western side. Now we're going to see Zulu X-Ray Delta out on the western side of the market radio area. They're going to start pushing in.
We found a hub.
So radio station controlled by the Rusty in places. That's just going to be down towards our sort of south there. And the marketplace has the hab and a lot of Russians here. And there it goes. Wow. All right.
G boys.
G.
GG.
Fucking